Hey guys, we're back. First, this is how you do division. First of all, you draw a division symbol. This isn't necessary, but okay. You get a generic number. Let's say 9, and then we do 99. This is a simple. So first of all, since there's no decimals, we're fine. What we need to do, how many times does 9 go into 9? Once, right? So we do 9 minus 9, 0. That means 1 will go up here, because that's how many times it went in. Then we drag down a number. We do the same thing, right? Like we minus, you get a 0. You get another one. Since there's no remainder, it's 0. You put a dot here, like decimal, and there's nothing around here, so it's just 11. So that equals 11, right? And then to check your answer, you do 9. You multiply 9 by 11, or however you do it, right? And that's 99, right? Generic. Multiplication is like how many times can this go into this? 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 1 again is 9. Now let's do a bit more of a complex equation. This time involving remainders, but this time we're going to turn the remainders into decimals and stuff. Let's say we have 100, and we try to divide it by 3. How many times does 3 go into 1? Evenly, right? Evenly until, like, it has to go on at least once. This, it can't go in once, so you combine these two, it's 10. Right? And then, how many times does 3 go into 10? It's 3, right? You know, because 3 times 3 equals 9. That means, once you do 3 times 3, it's better, right? Then you have to subtract by 9 again, you get 1, drag another number down, and you do the same thing again. But, look at that, you have 1. So then you put a decimal, and you drag down a 0, because after this there are zeros. It's just that you don't draw those zeros, right? Or you just multiply by 10. It's the same thing, it's just said in a different way. And you keep doing it. So this one's an infinite one, just goes on forever because it keeps being 1 and then 0. So then the answer is 33.3. But this one you can't really multiply to get the answer because it's an infinite one and it'll just keep going on. So, yep. Sad life. Alright, people. Yep. Now let's go even more complicated. We make another division. Let's do 3.3 dividing 109. Alright, so first of all, 10.9, yeah? First of all, we have to move one of the decimals here. Then here, we have to compensate. It has to be equal, so you move another one. And what I like to do is just move it over here and remove it there and just leave this equal. So it's 33 and 1. Here doesn't go in, here doesn't go in, but here it does go in fully. So let's do 33 times, what would be a good guess? Let's do 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Do the same thing. It's 9. 99. Let's subtract. 9 minus 9 is 0. Here you can't do that, so you make that a 0. Make it a bigger number. That's 1. So that means it's 10. It went 3 times, and we'll write a 3. Here, you can't make this go into 109 any more times, so we stay like that. We bring it, it's 100, and it will keep going on like 3 forever, right? So hopefully that clears up things for you. And this is a bit complicated, sure. Division's a kind of simple thing, but you need to learn multiplication first. Multiplication is how many times can something go into something. Repeated addition, then that becomes exponents. And I'm not going to get involved in that just yet, as we need to actually teach multiplication. Right? So we have our friends, or basically mathematics geniuses. We're going to flip this page, or move the camera somewhere, right? Move the camera onto a different slice, as this one's already been occupied. Now, first what we do is we take multiplication symbol. 3 times 4. Okay? That means, how many times does 3 go into 4? 3, 6, 9, 12. That means 3 has been added on to. It's basically 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. This is how many times you add 3. That equals 3, 6, 9, 12. 12. So the answer for this is 12. Alright? And basically you have to do this all in your head. So memorize, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on. So then you want to multiply by, let's say, decimals. We're not going to get into integers in this episode, but yeah. So then, first of all, we take our decimal. Let's say 3.4 multiplied by 1.2. The decimals, we keep them here. How many numbers are behind the decimal? It's 2. So memorize the 2, or like at least at the end, know. First, you have to multiply. How many times is it? Like 4, 8. So you do this. Every time here, that equals no zeros are added. Here, that's number 2, so you have to subtract 1. That's how many zeros we put here, and so on. Then we do, how many times does 3 go into 2? 8, no, how many times? 3, 6, so then it's just 6. Then here it's 1. How many times does 1 go into 4? Like, basically, if you have a 1 here, you just copy everything here down. Then you add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. So you have to carry a number. The ones number, let's say this is the ones. There are 10 ones. So you have to put how many are left in the ones here, and then you have to put 1 in the tens. So that means you put 1 up here, and that's where the 10 goes. Yep, and then you get your answer right here. Then, how many numbers were absorbed by the decimal here? 2, right? So you have to absorb 2 here. So then the answer is 4.02. That clears up things, right? Now, that is what we call math. And you need to know this, man. Like, if you don't know this, then hopefully you study how to do this, man. Now, I said I was going to get into integers, which is actually negative numbers. And I will, because it's complicated, even like when I did it. And now that you know this, we need to get into exponents, then we'll get into that. Right? We're basically doing generalized exponents. You already know, hopefully. We'll do an episode on that later. You guys should watch this video before doing that. If you haven't already, then yeah. Okay, anyways, here, I'll show you how to do, I need to show you guys how to do a very important thing. And that's integers, because you're needing them for business. Addition and subtraction, I'm expecting you guys to know. I'm probably not going to do a video on that just yet, because I expect people who are trying to learn multiplication and division to know this. And if they don't, then I'll have to teach them in the next episode, which I won't probably be bothered to make. But, alright. Okay, exponents. Let's do 3 to the power of 4. This is how many times you write down 3. Right, just 3. But every time in math, if there's beside a number, but they're each their own number, you put a multiplication symbol. 3 times 3, 9. Then you have to do 9 times 3, because then you have to multiply the sum here. Not the sum. Multiply the answer of these two by 3. That's 27, right? 9, 18, 27. Then you have to multiply that by 3 again. Then 17, 14, 21. 1 here, you move the 10 here. 3 times 6, you have, no, 3 times 2, 6. Plus 8, no, plus 2, 8. So you get 81. So then your final answer becomes 81. So 3 to the power of 4 is equivalent to 81. Now that is basically how you do integers. And it's just the same thing for decimals. I'm not going to show you how to do decimals with that. Anyways, now it's time to get to the big bad boy, integers. But I'm only explaining the rules. I'll show you guys how to do that in another episode, right? The rules of integers are actually a bit different. Alright, so when you have, this is a positive number, this is a negative number. Every time you plus a negative number with anything, like let's say 9 plus 10, but this time this is a negative, we put bracket just to make it simple. This will equal just 19, and vice versa, right? Well, not really 19. You guys are not, no, just no. Okay? I'll give you the rules. Every time you multiply a negative, every time you multiply a negative number, you get negative. Yep. Divide a negative number, you get a positive. And like so on and stuff like that. Addition, kind of like this, subtraction, like this. And anything that, if you want it to go up, you'll have to subtract, like in value. And if you want to make it go down, you'll have to add. Basically, the opposite of what you do is normal numbers. See ya. Goodbye.